Hello! We're going to be doing a review video today of a couple hiking, backpacking cook sets, pots for lightweight backpacking. Obviously hiking and cooking. You got to eat when you're on the trail. Alright, so we have here the Optimus Terra Weekend HE and then the Alocs CWSO8 two-piece camping cook sets. As you can see, they're both similar in design. They both have two-piece tops, bottoms with heat exchangers on the bottom. That's what the HE stands for. And let's go ahead and open the boxes, pull them out, take a look at them. Alright, have the mesh carrying sack. Actually has Optimus Terra on it. Has a cord here. Opens it up. Alright, so two-piece design. That nice heat exchanger on the bottom, which helps get your water boiling faster, which saves you fuel, which is always good when hiking. Lightens up your backpack. You don't need to carry as much fuel. Get twice the fuel for boiling quicker. Same style bag. This bag looks a little better. It's mesh. It's got the red liner on it. Looks a little neater, but I don't know if they'll drain as well if your cook set is wet after washing it. And again, looks very similar. Has the markings stamped on it. We'll go ahead and open this up. You can see the markings on the inside very well. Measuring markings. Alright. Go ahead and open this one. Now, as you can notice here, the Optimus does snap on and stays in place, which is a little nice to me, I imagine. I mean, I think that would come in handy. Whether it just, falls over. Now, I purchased both of these for about the same price. The Alocs I've got off eBay for $30 shipped to me from China. Took about 2 weeks. While I was waiting for this, I was at Gander Mountain, just happened to stop in, and I found the Optimus Terra Weekend HE on sale, or for sale rather. Their regular price is $29.95. That was cheaper than I seen online anyplace. This pot cook set was running $45–50 online everywhere I found it. So when I saw it in Gander, I went ahead and picked it up. Another thing is the Optimus has a little pour spout, which will make it easier pouring your water into your food pouch. The Alocs here does not have one, although they're very similar in design. They both have handles that come out, coated handles with a plastic rubberized coating. They both have the stamped measuring on the inside. Both top parts snap out the same. Got a little designing on this one. Not very impressive or really needed, but you have it. So if I was to buy these over again, or if I was looking for one of these cook sets, I would definitely go with the Terra Weekend, the Optimus Terra Weekend HE, as it is the same price as the Alocs from China. And this one you can go to your local Gander Mountain and pick it up, or you can order it from their website and have it, shipped to you. You might have to pay shipping on it, but $30 plus tax wasn't bad for this cook set. It houses my little eBay stove that I did a review on, I believe last week, a couple weeks ago. It houses both of them actually, house the eBay stove inside of them. Here's a fuel container, stove, and there you go. Fits all inside. Nests very well. Does the same thing over here and nests just about the same way. They both have the heat exchangers on them. They're both were around the same price. Like I said, I would go with the Optimus Terra Weekend HE, and I may do a boil comparison for a second part of this video. Thank you for watching. Okay, we're back. I've got everything set up. We're going to boil some water. Let me show you real quick. I do use a Jetboil fuel can and the Jetboil fuel can brace stabilizer. I picked that up also on sale at Gander for like, I don't know, $5-6, something like that. But, you know, it adds a little stability to your stove and your cook set. Now, my stove actually fits nicely right inside of that heat exchanger. So when you sit it on, it's sitting pretty nice and sturdy, you know. If you knock it hard enough, of course, yeah, I imagine it would fall off. But, you know, just be careful when you have your cook set out and on. Alright, so let's get our stove fired up. Well, let's pour a little water in it first. I got an Nalgene here with some water. There you go. Example of knocking it and it falling off. Let's see how much water we're going to put in here. We're going to put Put 16 ounces of water in it. We'll see how quick that gets boiling. Get our stove turned on. See the flame right there. There it is. So that heat exchanger disperses the flame out and makes sure that heat is distributed evenly across the bottom of that pot. That helps get the water to boil quicker. I'm not going to sit here, well, look at that, it's already starting to bubble a little. That's 16 ounces of water, that wasn't even 30 seconds. But I'm not going to sit here and make you watch, you know, water boil for the full time. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video. I'm going to keep track of how long it takes. And then we'll shoot the other pot, take a look at it, make sure it cooks within the same amount of time or not. Alright. Okay, here you have it. Full rolling boil in under 2 minutes. 16 ounces of water with the Optimus Terra Weekend HE pot and my little cheapo eBay $8 cooking stove, hiking stove. I am using Jetboil fuel, which don't matter, you know, any propane butane fuel mix will do the trick. And like I said, under 2 minutes you have 16 ounces of water at a full boil. Now let's see. I'll go ahead and take this one off. We're going to put some water into this one. Again, we'll do 16 ounces. .16 ounces of water, easily to measure out with that Oh, look here. Set this other hot pot down. Well, there's one problem that I found. This pot doesn't quite, stove doesn't fit inside the heat exchanger quite as nicely. So this one, you're going to need to hold or find a way to brace it. 'Cause if I let go right now, this pot's going to fall over. The heat exchanger on the bottom is just a little different than the Optimus Terra Weekend HE. Now, if this stove wasn't red hot, as you can see, I'm sure I might be able to, you know, maybe close the close it a little and then sit it inside the heat exchanger and then open it back up wider to give more support. But with it being red hot, I'm not going to try that, obviously. Even with that being said, it's still starting to get a little boil there, starting to get some bubbles. Again, I'm not going to sit here and make you watch water boil. Pause the video. We'll come back. Okay, we're back. We were able to get the pot to sit on the stove somewhat stable. You definitely want to be careful around it. But what we did is and it is boiling, full rolling boil right now. What we did is we opened the stove. See the little, let's see. There's parts on the stove that swivel in and out. These right here. And what we did is we had them in for the Optimus. And for this one, we just flipped them out. They rotate in or out. So with them out, you can get the pot to balance on it pretty easily. Now, I would definitely want to be careful around this. Even with a full rolling boil, that might be enough vibration to knock it off. But again, this one took a little longer than 2 minutes. I think that may be because, you know, it wasn't sitting as efficiently on the stove burner as the Optimus Terra Weekend HE. So honestly, my pick out of the two, if I was to really recommend one, would definitely be the green handled Optimus Terra Weekend HE. Even with the things out like that, the Optimus sits on there pretty stable with the little fins flipped out on the stove. So, and that really distributes that heat pretty good. Alright, I hope this video may have been somewhat helpful or informative for you. Again, the cheapest place I have found the Terra Weekend HE by Optimus has been Gander Mountain. I'm not usually one to shop at Gander Mountain. I happened to stop by there and they had it, and I couldn't pass it up. Like I said, it was the cheapest place that I have found online, or found even online, for the Optimus pot. Alright, thank you for watching. So, I hope my review video helps you make a choice or decision on purchasing any equipment that I showed you. And as always, remember, stay hydrated, my friends.